Ready? All right, so this is a rib, and one way you can tell one end from the other is to look for this knot right here. This knot is called a tubercle, and it's closest to the end that we call the head. The head is the part of the rib that is going to attach to the vertebra, so it's going to attach in the back. Then it's going to curve around, and in the curve, that's called the angle of the rib. And then this end down here is going to be called the sternal end. This is what attaches to the costal cartilage up close to the sternum. Now, one thing you want to notice is that you actually have different sized ribs. So each of these that I'm placing down here are actually ribs, okay? But if you look, they each have the tubercle. So that means these are the heads on this end, and then these flatter ends down here are going to be your sternal end. The reason for the different lengths is because if you think about it, your rib cage, it starts off small, and then as it goes down, it flares out because when you breathe, your lungs need to be able to expand. So your rib cage needs to be able to get bigger. So that's why these ribs get longer as it goes further down. Now, your last two ribs are called floating ribs, and they come off of the vertebra, and they actually look like this right here. So you'll notice a little bit different structure in these. This would be the head back here. This would be the part that attaches to the vertebra back here. And then it's going to flare out, and then this comes out to the sides. However, these do not attach in the front to costal cartilage like these do, okay? Your first 7 pairs of ribs are called true ribs. Each one of them attaches to costal cartilage, so we're going to look at that this way. So each one of these attaches to costal cartilage. So these first 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, those are called your true ribs because they each have their own piece of costal cartilage, okay? Then the last 3 ribs, or the next 3 ribs, 8, 9, and 10, are going to have one piece of costal cartilage that branches 3 times. Those are called false ribs. And then, like I said, with the floating ribs, they actually, so your vertebra would run back behind here and it would come off of them, but not off of this right here, okay? This bone in the middle right here is called your sternum. The superior portion, so if you look here, you can see the fusion line. This is actually 3 different bones fused together to form our sternum. The top portion is called the manubrium. The middle portion, the long part, is called the body. And then the little point down here, and it looks different on different models that we have, but this is actually called the xiphoid process. It starts with an X, kind of like xylophone, so this is xiphoid process. And then we have this little bone. It looks like a horseshoe. That little horseshoe-shaped bone is called the hyoid bone. If you turn it up like this, it looks like vampire teeth. I think on some of your notes and some of your pictures, it shows you that these are the greater horns and these are the lesser horns. You don't have to know that for your test. The main thing I would know is what it looks like for your lab practical, and then also know that it is unique because it is the only bone that does not articulate with any other bone in the body.